There's a lot of misconceptions about fame and what it can do for you, but one of the biggest is that it can only change your life for the better. Music has saved many people's lives and it's led them to do many great things, but it also can turn into things that no one hoped would happen. Allow me to break down some rappers who turned their lives around in various ways. Number 8, 6ix9ine.
Man, y'all see
Get
it?
hypnotized.
Anyway, man.
For those hoping that this list would be filled with solely hopeful stories, yeah, sorry. Because I'd be foolish not to talk about how one rapper turned his life around in 2 different ways. And now he's, hoping a chance at a third. I speak, of course, of the infamous 6ix9ine. Now, for the first twist of his life came from his youth, which is saying something because he's not even out of his 20s yet. Anyway, he's been a troubled child and even got put in probation in his teens because of certain acts. But once he broke into the music industry, he was making a name for himself. His songs were hit, his mixtapes and albums were coming out strong. He wasn't just talking the talk anymore. He was walking the walk, and that's to be praised because no one hates anyone more than a pretender or a fraud. But that's the rub, you see. He was so focused on keeping his image and his fame and his hood mentality that he started to do a series of very, very, very stupid things. In fact, just in the last few years, he's had multiple court appearances and arrests, including for things like driving without a license, assaulting a cop, and possession of illegal items. All of this caught up to him, and in November of 2018, he was arrested on multiple accounts that could lead him to life in prison. To be fair, sentencing has not happened yet, and it's very possible that he could be let out. And should he be that lucky, he should probably take the opportunity to make another life change, or else he'll find himself in a hole very soon. And given that he's in the general population right now, that's not something he would want. Number 7, YG.
Bam! Somebody in the face and you got on rings, it's bad.
Another of the young rappers who happen to be turning their life around, this time for the better, is YG. This young rapper started his career in 2009 and has since then gone on to have a rather impressive career, with many singles hitting the Billboard Top 100 and getting him a lot of attention from rappers like Drake. So where does his life change come around? Actually, it's from an interesting place. You see, he's very concerned about his health, and so he decided in 2016 to go vegan. But what was he scared of that would make him go vegan? Cancer. Just seeing people getting cancer and dying from it. It was my peoples who passed from cancer, he said. I'm just asking around like, where's the cancer coming from? Everything we eat, the processed food, and the stuff they put inside it. It may sound paranoid, but there is some basis for it. There's some cancers that can be caused by the food we eat, and that's also true by having a healthier lifestyle can lead us to having less of a chance of getting a deadly disease. But it's also true that it could still come despite him being a vegan. Still, it's nice to see him changing his life in terms of health so that he can continue to make music. So in a way, he's turning his life around so that he can continue to do what he loves. That's very noble. Number 6, Lil Pump.
This flooded with diamonds. I got baguettes in the eyes and the teeth.
Focusing more on a rapper who has had his life changed by the music that he sings, Lil Pump definitely fits the mold. For when he was young, it was very unlikely in his eyes that he would amount to much of anything. He was born in Florida, and there's nothing wrong with that, despite the headlines that come out of that state, and 2 parents from Colombia who immigrated to the United States. But not long into his life, Lil Pump's parents divorced, and that's never a good thing on a child. Growing up, Lil Pump went in and out of trouble, including being kicked out of several different schools. It seems like he was doomed to be nothing more than low tier. But then he met a guy who brought him into the rap genre as a gesture, and it turned out Lil Pump had the skills. And by the time he made Gucci Gang in 2017, things were truly looking up for him.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
But what might be the biggest thing that Lil Pump is doing to turn his life around is listening to others to make his life better. You see, Lil Pump signed a $8 million deal with Warner Brothers, and he made a bit of a habit buying a lot of cars, and so enters rapper J. Cole, who noted that this was a very bad idea, as a car's value depreciates over time in most cases. So Lil Pump took the hint and started to invest in real estate, which is a good move when done right. And if you don't believe me, here's a guy you should listen to about it. Number 5, Vanilla Ice.
Ice, ice, baby.
I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance.
That's right, the one and only Vanilla Ice is on this list, and for reasons you might not have expected. You see, Vanilla Ice is part of a group of singers throughout the media who have only had one big hit to their names, aka one-hit wonders. And for Vanilla Ice, his Ice Ice Baby song wasn't just a one-hit wonder, it was a mega hit that got him a lot of money. But just like a lot of rappers do, he went and spent most of it. Then he found himself in trouble, and then he had to start selling things, including his expensive homes. Yet while this would be the death of many, so to speak, Vanilla Ice realized something. He had a knack for selling real estate. So since his music career was over, he started going into this field instead, and it worked. For years, he bought and sold homes, and then he expanded his craft. He didn't just go and buy homes. He renovated them too, made them better, made them more valuable. Eventually, this led him to own his own show called the Vanilla Ice Project, which, by the way, is still on today. So that's not just one, not 2, but 3 successful careers that Vanilla Ice has had, and that's a lot to hang on your hat. Number 4, 50 Cent.
I do not gang bang, but play me like a
I will pull up and bang, bang.
One of the biggest reasons that people turn to music is that they know if they make it there, they can get out of a bad situation that they're in. And for 50 Cent, that was one of the biggest reasons he turned to rap. When he was young, he was in the Queens, in a subborough that was Jamaican, and he started selling illegal things there just to make it by, even ditching school to get out and do more sales. Eventually, he met two men who would change his life forever, Eminem and Dr. Dre. It would be here that 50 Cent would truly be born, and his music career would begin. Get Rich or Die Trying, his debut album, was a mega hit. It instantly propelled him to fame. And while he never managed to replicate that success fully, though he's had many hit albums, his legend had been born. Yet 50 Cent was smart, and he knew that you can't just stay in one spot. So he decided to branch out. He put investments into drinks, mining, boxing, clothing lines, and various other entertainment ventures. One of his most known ones is the Star series called Power. About a gangster who's trying to go straight, but is pulled back into the life. 50 Cent helped make the show, and is still its producer, as well one of its stars. So while his music career may be over, that doesn't mean he doesn't have anything else to offer. Number 3, Cardi B.
Hey, woo, that new rose gold patent, you know what I'm saying?
One of the queens of rap, Cardi B isn't just a sensation. She is an inspirational story of how you can work hard and achieve your dreams if you don't give up on them. The truly ironic thing, though, is that her life has been very open by her own wishes, and she used her backstory to get to where she is today. For growing up was very hard for her, and many people told her that she wouldn't amount to much. It was this act that led her to a path that would gain her employment as a stripper. It was here that she started to voice to the world through her socials her displeasure about the job, and the dream she had of being a singer. Through this, she gained popularity, and would soon be on the MTV show Love and Hip Hop New York, where she gained even more popularity in regards to her following her dream of trying to be a hit singer. Needless to say, she's a success now. Songs like I Like It, Bodak Yellow, and more have propelled her to the top of the music world in many aspects.
I don't dance now, I make money move.
And she loves it so. And when she's not doing her own songs, she's doing collaborations with others like Selena Gomez, DJ Snake, and many more. And as if that wasn't enough, she now has a child, which is something she once thought she'd never be able to have because of her place in life. Number 2, Nicki Minaj. The other queen of the rap world. Nicki Minaj is known for many things, not the least of which is her fiery attitude and her flamboyance in terms of her outfits that she wears to concerts and various music videos. But for Minaj, something she'll never forget is being poor. She was raised by a father who could barely make ends meet, and she was often bullied at school, which can sometimes crush a person, but she never gave up. And she eventually decided to pursue her love of music, which led her to meeting Lil Wayne. And the rest, as they say, is history. She eventually became a mega sensation in the rap world, with her songs being as unique as she is. However, no matter what, she knows where she came from, and she inspires others not just to follow their dreams, but do it the right way. Going to school, staying out of trouble, and this is because she remembers what she struggled with growing up. I never want to go back to being poor, she said in an interview once. Once you have a taste of that, you'll always be driven. I know what that felt like, and I don't want to feel it ever again. So yeah, I mean, my childhood was crazy, but it got me to the point where I had so much faith in whatever I was doing. I just always feel where there's a will, there's a way, and I live my entire life that way now. Number 1, Eminem.
Homie's no father. He goes home and barely knows his own daughter.
It may seem cliche that Eminem is on the top of this list, but the truth is very few rappers have turned their lives around in so many ways like Eminem has. Eminem was raised by a single mother who had to keep on moving around because she couldn't keep a steady job. He used the anger inside him from his upbringing and his lonely school life to start rapping in the Detroit underground. Eventually, this led him to making a mixtape that got picked up by Dr. Dre. Eminem became the best musical artist from 2000 to 2010, and earning him numerous Grammys and other awards along the way. But it wasn't all good, for during his time, the pressure of getting things done, handling a messy marriage, and being himself was a lot to bear. And due to this, in 2008, he almost died from an overdose. It was here that his second life change began. And he not only got sober and stayed that way to this very day, but he actually got healthier and even changed his music slightly because he wanted to be more inspirational instead of hard-hitting all the time. Yet after several albums of doing this, a lot of people started throwing shade at Eminem because of his new vibe. So in 2018, he turned his life around once again, but this time in the music sense, for with his album Kamikaze, he proved that Slim Shady is back. Well and truly. And while some things are still rocky for Eminem, he's way better off than he was before in various points of his life. And if anyone can do another life change, and should it come to that, it's Eminem. So, what do you guys think of these rappers who have turned their lives around? Can you believe that some of them rose up or down like that? Also, does it inspire you to change your own life? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time on King Trending. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.